All right. Hello, friends. Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I'm Stephanie, your mini medium, and happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I am excited to be back. I feel like I get FOMO. It's the fear of missing out, right? So last week, I had so many things that I had to kind of miss, and we ran into some car problems. But the good news is that it was a fairly inexpensive fix, and I'm so happy that that that's the case because we actually I have to laugh just because. We're in this crazy, energy right now with the retrograde coming, and oh goodness, Venus in retrograde, and then we of course have the two full moons this month, and then today is a new moon, and not only is it that, but it's new moon in Leo. So Leo is very strong and a very dominant, type of energy. So I have felt all the feels, my friend. And one of the things that I read was that during the so about 2 weeks before the retrograde, really is where you see a lot of kind of the stuff breaking down. So if the last 2 weeks or so you've noticed that your car's broke down, or you've had electronics break, your phone's not working, it feels like everything's kind of going wonky with electronics and whatnot, then it probably, I always say I blame it on the moon, or I blame it on Mercury. So, blame it on Mercury retrograde, right? So I'm happy that things actually weren't as bad as what they probably could have been. Now I should knock on wood, right? Don't want to jinx myself, but anyhow, great week I've had. I'm excited to be back, and I was actually worried that I wasn't going to be here today because we went to our family on Sunday, went to a amusement park here in Utah. It's called Lagoon. And if some of you follow my Stephanie's tarot reading page, I posted that I actually went on this crazy ride called the Sky Coaster, and it lifts you up. And so I don't even know how many feet, to be honest. I mean, it's really, really high. And uh, it was just crazy because I usually am very scared of height. And I thought, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and I'm going to do this. So I talked to my oldest daughter and my son in law, and this thing lifted us up, however high it was. And then I had to pull the ripcord because my oldest daughter was terrified of even doing it. And so I pull that ripcord and it drops us, and it's like a straight, you're looking at the ground. It's almost like bungee jumping. And then as it went down, it scoops you up, and then you feel like you're free flying. And it was like the most exhilarating, most amazing, and most terrifying thing I've ever done. So I say, if you get the chance to do it, I would do it again. So it was such a cool feeling. So then that was wonderful. And then shortly after that, I was stung by a wasp 3 times on my back. I think this little sucker got stuck in my hair, and I have 3 huge wasp stings on my back. So I'm like, what in the heck is going on? Luckily, I didn't have too bad of a reaction, but still, I'll tell you, if you've never been stung by a wasp, I hope you never are. I never really understood the pain until I had to experience it for myself. But anyway, so yes, lots of crazy stuff since I was on my last time on the show. So we're going to jump in here now that I've shared my crazy last couple of weeks and share the affirmation. So every week, I start my show off with an affirmation, and the affirmation is just a promise to yourself, and really kind of repeat it over and over, telling yourself that you will do this for you, right? That inner self love and self care. So, for everyone listening, your affirmation says the love within me is more powerful than doubt or fear. So I'm laughing too because when I saw this card come out as I was connected to a number, I literally was like, oh, well, that makes sense because um, I going on that crazy, free fall that I did, even reading this, the love within me is more powerful than doubt or fear. So it was like, okay, I love myself. I trust. I know it's going to be okay. And the doubt and fear eventually went away. But more so, this is really connecting with your intuition and the respect and love you have for yourself and how powerful that is and how powerful that it can be to take over, per se, any doubts or fears that you have. And the acronym for fear is false evidence appearing real or false ego appearing real. So anytime that you feel that you're afraid or you have fear, just remember that acronym, that false evidence appearing real, or sometimes our ego gets in the way, and it's that false ego appearing real. Anyhow, powerful message for this week, and I hope it all resonates with you and helps you get through your next week or so as we start to go into this retrograde. And then today being a new moon, you should be manifesting, right? Manifesting the things that you want to have come to light, right? So write your manifestations on a piece of paper and take that piece of paper and fold it up, put it under your pillow, allow that energy to, in other words, absorb and soak into your psyche, into that beautiful crown chakra, your third eye, your throat, and you'll see how a lot of this will come to fruition. It's beautiful. I mean, if you want to manifest winning the lottery, kudos to you if that works for you. But ultimately, you want to be a little practical with your manifestations, right? All right. Well, enough of my chit chat. How about we do readings? And I have Lena from Ohio. Hi, Lena.
Hello.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, I'm right there with you, hon. I feel sometimes that's the best we can do. Some days that's the
Yeah,
best, and it's okay. I How can I help you tonight?
just wondering if there's somebody around me.
Okay, okay, and and I just want to make sure. I never want to assume, but seeing if you have any loved ones in spirit that are with you.
Yes.
Okay, okay, perfect. All right, hon. So let me ask you first. If you've ever listened to my show, I always have numbers that come up, and as I'm getting ready and I'm meditating, these numbers come through, and I trust that there's a reason. Now, the number I've been seeing today is the number 35, so 3 and 5. Now, when I see these numbers, it connects to either March 5th, where the 3 and 5 comes in. This can also be connected to the age of 35. This can also be connected to someone who was born in 1935. So, does that number offhand connect with you in any way at the
Not
moment?
offhand, it doesn't.
Okay,
Not
okay,
offhand.
okay. No, and that's okay, hon. I just always start out and make sure that if I'm connecting with someone and they want that as their validation, that I make sure that it goes to the right person. So, I'm going to quiet my mind for a moment here, so it'll be quiet. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to get focused, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, the first feeling I'm getting is very male. I have a very strong male coming through, and everybody always asks me, "How do you know if it's a male or female?" And my best answer to that is just a feeling. Men come through in a heavier sense, and then women come through. The females come through kind of more lighter. It's weird to
Right.
explain, but So, but I feel as I'm picking up on this nail, uh, one of the main things that I'm seeing with him is there's a problem with, yeah, immediately I'm getting pain right in my chest. And then that pain goes right up to my head. So this for me is going to be passing of the heart or lungs, but also something with the head, whether it be stroke or Alzheimer's, dementia. Do you connect with that?
The lung part, um, that would be my late husband. He passed of emphysema,
Okay.
and it
Okay.
was
Perfect.
a massive heart attack that ultimately killed him.
Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry, my friend. I am so,
Oh, thank
so
you.
sorry. I, uh, I really feel even his energy as he comes through. Sometimes I have to try to differentiate if this is a love that a father would have for a daughter, or if this is a love that a spouse would have for his spouse, for their spouse. Uh, and I really do feel that him giving me that validation of the lungs and having a hard time breathing, and this very well could be him. Now, he's showing me the number 10, so I'm getting October or the 10th of a month, um, or the year 2010.
Yep.
Do you connect with Okay, and how do you connect with
That
that then?
it could be one of two things. Uh, it could be my he's connected with my son over there. His birthday was October, or it could
Okay.
be the year that he and I got together,
Oh,
2010.
beautiful. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. And okay. Oh, he's smiling. I got this feeling of just joy coming from him right now. And
Uh,
he says, okay. He also says that I do feel he is with your son, and here's why. Because I felt him, and as I felt him, I felt there being kind of a childlike energy. And that's regardless of however old your son had passed. But I feel he's with the child, and that's how he comes through. Now, uh, okay. Um, do you connect with, I'm hearing names, I get names often, and I'm hearing this is like Robert, but would go by Bob, William would go by Bill. Do you
mhm.
connect with a name like that?
My son's name was
James would be
Roderick.
perfect. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, your son is here as well, and this is his way of bringing through his name and validation. Um, and now I don't feel that your husband was his biological father. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. But I'll tell you, your husband is very adamant that he's taking care of him. He says, "Tell," yeah, and he refers to you, and he just says, "My beautiful wife." He just keeps saying,
Yes,
"Please
that's
tell
what he
my
called me.
yes," and I love it, and tell my beautiful wife that I have her son, and and your son is so just I'm going to tell you one of the most important things coming from him, Lena, is that he says, "Tell my mom that I was not in pain. I felt no pain. There worry. Do you understand that?"
I'm always worried about that.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
so no, no, don't be sorry. So do never ever apologize for crying. It's very cleansing. It is very cleansing.
Yeah.
And what our souls need. Um, your son. he's kind of funny because he says he's been really trying to connect with you, but he's been struggling. So I feel your son and your late husband had a lot to do with why that you are here, why that you were able to get through and connect with me or any other reader for that matter. But your son made this happen, he really did. And your husband, he says to make sure you pay attention. He's showing me the clocks. He's showing me clocks. I'm not sure what this is about, but I'm seeing grandfather clocks
Huh.
and cuckoo clocks.
A
So
plaque?
yes, so if it doesn't resonate right now, just keep it in mind because there's some
Okay.
reason that there's that there. So um, okay, uh, yeah, okay. Um, and your husband also, I hear him tell you for me to tell you that he really connects with you as you're in the car driving. He says when you're in the vehicle or through music, there's a connection through song. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, there's a connection
Okay.
through music. Um, Now I know, man, I'll tell you, we got both from here and they're quite talkers, but I have another caller waiting. But let me tell you, if you are still awake, Lena, here in the next hour at 7:30 on my Facebook page, it's mini medium, just like my show. I do
Uh-huh.
free readings for a couple hours. So it'd be 9:30 East Coast time. And so,
Okay.
if you're interested, hop on, and I would love to continue this for you because I feel like both your husband and your son are talkers. I'm getting a
Oh
lot from
yeah.
them,
No.
but
Yeah.
I would love to share more with you. But if you can do that, I would look forward to seeing you on there and see if we can't give you some more messages from them. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
Hey,
so much.
you are so welcome. Thank you for calling, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay. All right, man. These go so fast. And when we start to channel the other side, they just love to stay and hang out. So I've got Tina from Maryland, I believe. Hi, Tina.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing well too.
Good. Good. Well, I know we've got probably about 8, 9 minutes. It'll be quick, but what can I do to help you?
Well, did you want for me to ask a question or like is it possible to just kind of see what comes through or how do you work?
Whatever you would like, my friend. I can just give a general type reading where I just am drawn to whatever I'm picking up on. But if you have a specific topic, that kind of helps to get us right to what you're wanting, whichever you prefer.
Well, I guess I guess I do have one question that pops into my head, which is I'm going through kind of a difficult time right now in my life. And I guess like a transitionary type of time. And Part of my work that I do is I actually read tarot. And lately, I've
Oh, no.
been wondering if that's even something that I should continue doing. I've been like really confused about even that, which used to be, feel like my purpose almost. And I guess I would just ask maybe if you had any messages from my dad. He's around me during this time.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll see what I can get in our few minutes here. But um, like I was mentioning earlier to my previous caller, I do at 7:30 Mountain Time. So here in about an hour, I hop on my Facebook page and I give free readings for a couple hours. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
still up interested, I just throw that out there as well.
Sure,
But
sure.
so I know what you're saying about the what is my purpose, and I'll tell you, I use tarot cards as a guide or a tool, but I have really worked on just trusting my gifts, trusting the things that I see and hear and feel and then know. So, you know, I always say that if you are drawn to the metaphysical, if you are drawn to the tarot, if you are drawn to, tea leaves, reading tea leaves, or whatever it may be that's part of the metaphysical, don't ever, ever doubt it, my friend, because there's a reason that you
Mm.
are drawn to, you know. Even just listening and picking up on your beautiful energy, I can tell that you have a very good heart. I can tell that you do this as far as reading and using tarot, to help others. This is not really something that just one day thought about. It feels to me that you've grown. Uh, and one thing that I did, I actually pulled a couple cards as we're sitting here, um, and I feel you have such a very spiritual energy that I would say stay focused with the tarot, but also start to add more modalities into your wheelhouse because I feel you might be getting
Mhm.
bored. You might be
Mhm.
having some, sense of boredom. So, that I feel can help you, whether you decide to do Reiki, energy work, sound bath, however you want. Um, now, I've been trying to see if I can pick up anything from you said your dad had passed. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Um, one of the things I'm really picking up on too, and actually as I pulled the card, um, is a sense of that your dad's passing feels to me that there's still some unanswered questions. I feel that there's still wondering really what really happened. Um, and I don't know if that makes sense to you, but as I'm sitting here picking up on, the things that I'm hearing and seeing and feeling, it just feels like, they may have diagnosed him with one thing and said he passed from this, but I feel there's more to it. So does that make sense with you at the moment?
I know now the details of how he died, but it wasn't always clear to me.
Okay, perfect. And that could be very well why I'm picking up on that, just the thought or energy coming from you. Now, do you connect with the number 1919 with your dad of the 19th of a month or
Uh,
2019?
um, Not that I can think of right now. No.
Okay, okay. Please keep that in mind because I keep seeing the 19 over and over. So this is always my intuition or your loved ones in spirit. Really, making sure that we bring that up. So, and this can also be January 9th. So keep that in mind too. When I get 1 and 9, it can be those two together. Um,
Yeah, I
can
was
I ask?
thinking that I have somebody else with the birthday February 9th, but um,
Okay.
yeah.
Can I ask when your dad passed?
Oh, February 27th, 1987.
February 27th of 87. Okay. So yeah, it's been quite some time. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. And can I ask how old you were when dad passed?
Almost 4.
Almost 4. Okay. Okay. So very, very young there. Okay. Because I feel that the 19 I want you to keep in mind is really it's going to be either an age or this is going to be a date. So this
Hmm.
could even be your dad bringing up 19 years ago. So that's why I wanted to see if
Hmm.
maybe sometimes I have to kind of help us to connect, but more than anything, please keep that in mind. Now, I'll tell you. Oh, oh. Do you have children?
No, no.
Okay, okay, that's okay. I want to, he's bringing up the 19 as being also connected to a child. So whether this is a sibling or a child connected. So again, just help them give more information. So please just keep that in mind. Every time the clients come see me and we don't quite connect, then I always say, take it with you. And then later they message and they're like, oh my gosh, Steph, guess what? This is what this is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I do feel there's a very strong significance with the 19. Now, another thing I want to tell you that I'm seeing as well. Let's see. Okay, this would be okay. Um, okay. I keep getting initial C. I keep getting the letter C. So C like Charles or Carl, the C. So there's some connection with that as well. I know that's very bland and very pretty broad.
Well,
So.
his nickname was Chop, so that begins with a C.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that would be why. Well, beautiful. Well, I know I've only got about 90 seconds that my producers tell me, but please, if you feel drawn, Tina, if you want to hop on my Facebook page, Mini Medium, and it's on at 7:30 Mountain Time. It's 6:30 Pacific, and then I believe that you are 2 hours ahead on the East Coast, so 9:30. So I know that's kind of late, but I would love for you to hop on and we can see if we can't get more connection with Dad, okay?
I will. Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. It's my pleasure. And thank you so much for calling in and trusting me to do your reading.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Have a beautiful night.
You too, doll. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, my friends, what an amazing night back. Oh my gosh, I told you this new moon energy is incredible. So please, if you will, hop on my Facebook page, Mini Medium, and I'll be doing that live here shortly. And then I will see you guys next week. Have a beautiful night. Bye, guys.